Welcome to selfdiscoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. We hope that you enjoyed the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. I'm your host, Sarah Troy. So this week, my show is Sisterhood and Common Sense Love. The wonderful Linda L. Nardelli, who I've interviewed in the past, sends out these wonderful spiritual warrior things every day, where you can choose a window which speaks to you. And this is what I got today, and it's so very apropos. Spiritual warrior. You have been drawn to this entrance to become a devoted spiritual warrior. The cougar is a potential symbol of self-advocacy. You must stand behind your convictions with absolute confidence in your self-worth. Self-expression, honesty, transparency are the gifts you need. These are powerful tools that can disarm any adversity in your life. And it says that Masalinda, the balance between all bodies, physical, energetic, emotional, mental, and spiritual, is the way of the spiritual warrior. And integrity is the only way to bring balance into your life. You have chosen this entrance for a reason, to get real, be bold, speak up, say your truth, and do it with the utmost respect for your power. You have every right to how you feel and what you need and what you see in this sense. Well, how apropos is this for me right now? Because I have, for the last 12 and a half years through podcasting, been very much standing up for our sisters, standing up for the people that are trying to make the world a better place for everyone. Women are the common sense, true heart, love people. So common sense love for me is sharing our love, sharing our solutions, but from a place of common sense. And boy, do we need it in the world right now. With the election in America, with wars happening elsewhere, is the time for the woman to roll up her sleeves and go, enough is enough. It's time for common sense to prevail. I love you, but we need to put this house in order. And this is what's happening right now. Sisterhood everywhere is stepping up. That white book behind me, Mission Accepted 262, has 262 women who have shared their passion, their tidbits, their conviction nuggets for other women to embrace in order to step into a beautiful existence. This is so very important that we have this right now, that we have this platform of sisterhood. Okay, a woman did not step into the White House. But why do we need a White House? For a woman to step up and set things straight. We are looking at the world where it's constant hate, constant battle, constant belittlement, constant putting down, constant bereavement of misogyny and testosterone. And right now we need to look at the world and go, enough is enough. It is about love. Corny as it sounds, as simple as it sounds, it is about love. First and foremost, self-love, self-respect. What do I stand for? What's my conviction? How do I step up in the gift that I am to help put things right, to lead people forward to a different solution, a different ideology of living? Second, we need to love everyone out there. That does not mean we agree or we advocate or we support certain actions. But if we don't send loving energy, they're never going to receive it or have the option to change. Let's face it, there'll be some people that will never change, and they will go by the way of the dinosaur eventually. Because you cannot stay in this hate rhetoric for so long. We've seen it. It will peter out and love will stand a chance. But what we need to do is make sure in moving forward that we do in our sisterhood, and all the men that love and support women, all the people that are non-binary or do not register as male or female, all of these people need to understand we are here in it together. Ultimately, when you strip away the flesh, the skeletons, we all have them. And those skeletons aren't political, aren't black and white, aren't rich or poor, aren't this or that. They're skeletons. Now you build from the skeleton, you add the flesh and the organs and the heart and the soul and the spirit and the essence of a person. And that's what makes us human. And in that humanity, we know as a common code of conduct, as God's teaching, God, universe, spirit, source, energy, whatever it is that you follow, that those teachings are for us to love and support and care for one another. But we do have to have some parameters. We do have to have some common sense. We do have to have something that enables us to have the boundaries and say, not acceptable, hold yourself accountable, be responsible for your actions. We're not meeting the hate with hate. We're meeting it with accountability. Do you understand the action that you have taken and how many people will suffer for it? You must take ownership of that. You must take responsibility for that, for all the pain that you inflict. Even if you don't do it by voting the way you have, you are inflicting that pain on other people. Their suffering is on your hands because of your choices. We have to own those choices, not go, la, 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 it wasn't me, I didn't do it. But if you support, it's the same thing. If you're watching a crime happening in front of you, but you're videoing it and not stopping it, then you are part of that crime. If you are going, well, I don't know, I guess they're okay, but you're not taking any accountability because you're not doing your due diligence to follow the information, real information, not sensational Twitter information, but real content from real sources, then, and you're making choices from that, then this is your lack of accountability and responsibility. I don't mean that we have to know absolutely everything that's going on, but we've got to question. And we do have to hold accountable and demand answers for statements made. Where is the backing? Where is the proof? Now, the way we're looking at America, especially right now, and then you're looking at Israel, Iran, and Gaza, and you're looking at Ukraine, and you're looking at Russia. I mean, Russia doesn't need to invade America. It has a puppet in the house. So it's just laughing and sitting back. It doesn't need to do anything else. And you gave that power away. We need to take that power back, but we're not going to do it with the pitchforks. We're not going to do it with the weapons. We're going to do it with common sense love, but accountability, but self-responsibility by supporting one another and the actions that we need to take. We need to empower the girls, the women, the transgender, the gay, the men that stand by women. We need to support all of these people right now who are solution-based, who are wanting to step forward into a brighter light, even if they don't know how right now. Just being a part of this movement, a part of this collective, will lead us in the right direction. It isn't about competition, comparison, or cruelty, or ridicule, or judgment. It is about compassion, empathy, boundaries, strength, inner strength, ownership, and flawsomeship. Being beautifully flawed, but understanding your flaws and where are the strengths from those flaws. Don't focus on the flaws because society has told you it's a flaw. It may be your strength to serve people in a beautiful way. So why we are seeing such disruption going on, and as I've said many a time, the universe gave me a saying 7 years ago, we're going to shake you up, to wake you up. for you to step up, to change it up, and to grow up vibrationally, to grow up consciously, to grow up spiritually, and also grow up and quit your whining and make a difference in this world. Bring about the peace you want by being the peace. Bring about the love that is needed by being the love and by supporting our fellow sisters and brothers and others that want to walk with us in the strength of common sense love. Common sense love is, I'm not going to love you carte blanche. I'm going to send love out to you, healing love out to you, awakening love out to you, conscious love out to you. But it doesn't mean I'm going to love everyone. It means I'm coming at you with love, from a place of love, because I want to see that equality. I want to see all of that be a part of our world in a way that supports one another. We need to support one another. We need to be there for one another. We need to plant the seeds and water them and protect them. We have Mother Earth at the present moment saying, if you don't get your act together, I'm going to evict you. Today here, where I am, there is 100-mile winds coming. There's going to be power outages. There's going to be many trees fallen. There's going to be a lot happening. We have so many homeless. Where do they go? What about the animals? Where do they find shelter? What about the people who have no power? All of these type of things are happening. Floods, fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, war. All of this is happening. And how do we come together to support one another, to rebuild, to house, to secure, to stand up for one another? Because this is the currency. Common sense love is the currency. When I say, I'm here for you, roll up my sleeves, what can I do? What do you need? How can we do this together? How can I empower you? That is the common sense love. I'm doing it from a rational thought. I'm doing it from a place of how can we empower? How can we change? How can we do things differently? How can this sister and this brother help with what they do? Bring things forth from a place of love, from a place of the divine and compassion and empathy and caring and kindness, where we make this a better world for one and all. One and all living creatures, including this beautiful planet. I am part of the Mission 262, and this week we had a lovely show is out with 5 of the members that went to the Emmys with the book. And they talk about how this book has changed them, being a part of it, meeting people, celebrities at the Emmys, how just meeting them and sharing their stories, ordinary people who just have extraordinary lives. They're going to go to the Oscars. This book is a 5-year journey to awaken people to the solutions. I'm very honored to be a part of the book, as well as my daughter. And each person has shared a nugget of perspective and encouragement for other women, for other people who love women and support women, on how we can support each other. This is not the time to get bitchy. This is not the time to get snarky or judgmental or to put each other down. Finish kaput kapa. This is the time for us to stand up and embrace one another, to celebrate one another, to encourage one another, to enable one another, to support one another. This is the time, and we can do it through common sense. We know the action needed, and from a place of love, we need to take that action. This is what's going to change things. Now, I'm very passionate about this, as you can see. I'm an incredibly loving person, but I'm not putting up with the BS anymore. I'm not putting up with the tantrums anymore. I'm not putting up with the people who blatantly put other people down or put other people in harm for their own ego or their own benefit. And I'm not supporting the people that are supporting those people. I'm supporting the people that are victims to that. I'm supporting the people that are going to be affected by those choices. we're going to see one hell of a enlightening and emotional hurricane happen over this next 4 years. But it is a time to literally change what's not working, to see how low we have fallen as a humanity, how much we need to rise in love, with compassion, with caring and empathy for each other, for our communities, for ourselves, for our very sanctuary and sanity and humanity. A shake-up is good. It shakes things out that we don't need anymore. It shakes things out that are holding us back. And we have got a clamp on us over the next 4 years. But we don't need to let it cripple us. We don't need to let it define us. We don't need to let it control us, because we are taking back control over our own choices, our own bodies, our own heart, mind, spirits, and souls. And we are going to roll up our sleeves and start seeding the seeds of love, compassion, empathy, caring, and kindness. We're going to water those seeds. We're going to nurture those seeds. And we're going to see them grow in abundance that will be so overwhelmingly beautiful and harmonious, like a wonderful orchestra, that it's going to drown out the sounds of those that are thunderous and discontent and egocentric and narcissistic and power hungry and empty and cruel. We will drown them out. They will not survive, because they can't survive against the blue wave of love. They can't survive when common sense and strategy is packaged with loving compassion and passion. They cannot thrive in these waters that are pure, that are ready to grow in enrichment and abundance of love. They cannot grow in that, because their soil is hate, control, delusionment, insecurity. It is drenched in that. And that cannot grow anything in any soil. Their soil will die out. Our soil, with our loving enrichment, is going to grow. It's going to grow abundantly. It's going to grow magnificently. It's going to grow in a way from one person to the other that I, as a 70-year-old woman, are going to see my sisters that are younger than me rise up into that empowerment. I'm going to see the children, the young girls, step up and be counted. I'm going to see that common sense application to life step in as a norm. Do unto others as they do unto you, with loving compassion. You don't go to hurt someone because they hurt you. You give love to this other person so that they may also give love to you. Love really does. Love is a frequency. Love is a vibration. Love is an essence of energy that is productive, that is creative, that is encompassing, that is collective. And when we rise up to that frequency, we see with clarity all the possibilities that lie before us. And we see with rational and common sense thought of how to apply that in strategic ways, that it can build the foundation and the structure in which to build this loving future where all thrive. We are the answer. We've been the problem for so long, but we are the answer. And it's going to take the sisterhood to do it. It's going to take women coming together, black, white, pink, yellow, gay, straight, do bloody cares. It's our hearts and our passion and our compassion and our sensibility that is going to change. everything. And I'm inviting you to be a part of it. Here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com, I interview people from all walks of life on all different subjects, but I interview women who have stepped up to support other women with their businesses, with their health advocacy, through their novels, with their support, with their love, with their inspiration. Part of the mission to Accept to 262 is those women. I've interviewed 46 of them. I've got more to come. I'm working my way through all those wonderful women that were a part of it. They have had summits, and the summits have been whittled down now to make videos so easy to follow. There's more summits to come. This is a 5-year plan. And I'm right behind it, right behind Deb Drummond and the work that she's doing here and all the women that have been impacted and empowered by it. But I am on my own platform here talking about common sense love. See, it's not just love, kumbaya, I love everyone, peace to the world. It's like love, peace to the world, and how do we make it happen? What seeds need to be planted? What soil does it need to be planted in? What waters need to be watering? How do we nurture it? When do we pick it? How do we plant seeds of opportunity and possibilities for everyone out there? All the people that have been rejected, all the people that have been dismissed, all the people they're trying to control. Let us be the soil of love to help them grow in their own beautiful lives abundantly and richly. That now becomes the solution that we seek. My prediction over the next 4 years is that you are going to see a revolution of women standing up, each one of them taking onus of themselves, their own lives, their own accountability, their own responsibility, their own beautiful gifts, their own meaningful service. And they're going to stand up and come together and serve. The grassroots level, the community level, the city level, the state level, the country level, you're going to see us rise. And we're not rising with the pitchforks. We're not rising with the hate. We're stepping into mama mode. And the kids have been out of control. And it's time for some discipline. It's time for some organization. It's time to put things back into play that is going to be productively growing over the years to come. Are we going to do it perfectly? No. Is it going to be a grind? Yes. It takes 18 years to raise a child. Over the next 4 years, I just see the seeding and the watering and the nurturing and some of those shoots growing. But this is the next 1,000 years, ladies. But we're here now at the grassroots of it. Let's start. Let's start. Let's come together. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't want to compare whether you're in Chanel or whether you're in Old Navy. I don't want to compare if you're gray or you've got abundant, beautiful, black, red, blonde hair. I don't want to compare. I don't want to compete with you. I don't want to condemn you. I want to work with you. I want to work with you. My platform is the podcast and the books. My platform is bringing out this awareness and bringing out these solutions and bringing out these tools and skills and camaraderie. What's your platform? What's your skill? What's your beautiful service that you can bring to this collective? And how do we gather our other brothers and sisters that want to be a part of it? But the women must be driving the bus. The women must be driving the bus. Because it's time to put this house in order. This house is this earth. We don't want any more goddamn wars. And we have enough narcissism out there to last us trillions of lifetimes. There's enough hate that if you put it in a generator, it would give electricity to everyone. But when you come from love, that generator, every time you share the love, that generator kicks out more love. The more love you share, the more love is generated and generated and generated and generated and generated. And the more enthusiasm and the more possibility, the more creativity, the more wonderment and the more possibilities that are out there. and we come together collectively to make it happen. So in your own life, find some sisters, brothers and sisters, black, white, pink, yellow, gray, gay, straight, I don't care. Just find the sisterhood. And the sisterhood is the feminine energy. Find those people. Start your own community. How can you support one another? How can you take that collective support and start supporting your community? Choose a platform. Invite other people to be a part of it. But remember, no angst, no pitchfork. This is not from a state of violence. This is a state of passion and conviction and love, but accountability. You can have your boundaries. People who come with the hate or the this or the that, and it does not serve your community, no. They have to come with an open heart, an open mind, a willingness to discover themselves, their community, open-minded, open heart, open soul, open spirit, open to receive, to learn, to want to grow, to want to explore and be a part of a collective that is going to grow in such enrichment and abundance that it will change this world. Open the door to those people. They may not know what they can do or what they can't do. They may be discovering or just feeling empty and looking for a place to find where they can fill themselves up. And we find us filling ourselves up in service to one another, being inspired by another's journey, be inspired by taking action. We discover things about ourselves, our courage, our strength, our abilities, and we discover what our meaningful purpose is and what we're here to do. Please open up to it. Take away your past and all the restrictions and trauma from the past. It's not serving you. Let it go. For God's sake, there's enough trauma in the world. You don't need to carry that with you. Look to the future with optimism. Look to the future with passion. Look to the future with excitement and exuberance. And let the essence of who you are grow and vibrate and resonate out. That is going to lift everyone up that was in your vicinity. Right here at selfdiscoverywisdom.com and on the altartowisdom.org. This is my platform and my commitment for whatever many years I have left, for however long I'm capable in doing this. I am a sister here standing with the sisters and all that love them. I am here for this movement. I am here on the Common Sense Love platform. Let us come together and let's make this happen. If this show has inspired you, if you feel that you want to gather, you want to share what you're already doing, come do a podcast with me. If you are inspired to start looking around at other people, don't know where they are, look to the 3,700 shows that I have here. You may find a sister already doing something that you're inspired about. It doesn't have to be in your vicinity. It can be global. It's finding those like vibe tribed women and men and others that support the feminine energy on how, where, what, when to do. It's all about the to do. That's the common sense love. We know what's needed and we're doing it with loving passion, but we've got to have some common sense about it. So from one passionate woman to, I hope, other passionate women and all those that love them and all those that want to be a part of the change and all of those that want to seed a future of loving peace. Let us stand together and make that difference because yes, we can. We can. As beautiful individuals collectively coming together, we can be that difference that we seek. It's up to us, each and every one of us. So from my heart to yours, ignite, explode, illuminate, embrace, and become all that you're meant to be because we need you. Until next time, bye for now.